Hi, this is the Snap first slot review of the first slot first paper as such. Uh, just to give you a brief, I mean, more or less, Snap is following the same pattern as the previous cases. I mean, what do you mean by same pattern? Technically, what is seen as the verbal is easy, logic is easy, quant is on a tougher side. So, comparatively, people who are really strong in quant don't get stuck up in quant because there were questions which were quite lengthy and that would create a problem. So be careful of lengthy question as far as quant is concerned. So if you find some questions lengthy, please ensure that you get along with. Yeah. Anyway, so if you look at the type of questions that came, verbal was more word-based questions. There were grammar questions, but more or less like going fast. I mean, you can easily complete the paper of verbal. There were analogies, antonyms, synonyms, one analogy heading, antonym, synonyms, one para completion. Then there was questions basically based on type of sentences. I mean, what type of sentence are there? Okay, and there were questions basically based on parts of speech, etc. I mean, identify what parts of speech was the paper exactly. Okay, that is what a verbal was comparatively easy. I mean, compared to other papers, verbal was comparatively easy and could be easily attempted. Okay, the key was okay, apart from, as I said, three analogy questions, approximately 3 to 4. Then they were identifying what type of questions, simile or metaphor, etc. You need to know that. Okay, then countable, uncountable nouns, analogies, sentence completion. So yeah, these were non-time consuming. You can go really fast. No RC questions, so it was comparatively easy. Logic also was comparatively easy. Single questions. I mean, you could attempt most of the paper, I believe. So no set-based questions. So no complete set. More of verbal reasoning questions. So there were almost 7, 8 verbal reasoning questions. Course of action, assumptions. I mean, look at verbal reasoning as a major part of the logic section. There was syllogism also. I mean, couple of 2 or 3 syllogism questions, but I think a little bit of blood relation, alphanumeric, all the individual question that normally comes in logic was all there. Nothing which was really tough. I mean, which almost always solvable. There could be 1 or 2 time-consuming questions. I think they were coding. There was all the normal questions which was there. So, but the problem came as far as going fast was quant. Quant a little bit more time consuming if you look at it. So if you look at it's time consuming, so automatically one question on trigonometry, which is like no surprising for Snap, but there was something on tan something. There was one question trigonometry, but couple of questions on permutation combination, 1 or 2 questions on probability. There were a little bit 1 question on geometry as such. Then more arithmetic questions, time and work, etc. But yes, these are the basic type of questions as far as quant is concerned. I mean, I would say a good attempt, I mean, genuine attempt to 50 plus would be a good attempt as such. I mean, it was a tougher paper, I believe, as last year. So cutoff could go a little bit down. But yes, if you really want to, because we can't say that verbal can be 100% accuracy, automatic logic can't also. So yes, I mean, a good attempt, I mean, really, really good attempt would be around 45 plus, I think 45 to 50. If you can touch 50, it's good, amazing. If you can attempt 45 plus, also it is good attempts. But again, it depends on your accuracy. Though I'm saying 45 plus attempts, but I would say it purely will depend upon how accurate you are with regards to your sums. I'll brief you again with the whole thing as such. If you have any questions, you can put it up. If you've already given the paper, please put it up in the chat box so that I can go through it. I repeat this whole thing. Verbal was easy, logic was easy. I think that should repeat in the other papers as well. So the focus should be for people who are going to the next slot is verbal and logic. Quant would be a little on a tougher side, so be careful with regard to quant as such. And logic more of individual questions. So if you're planning, if a strategy, if I put a strategy, try to complete a whole paper maybe in 45-50 minutes. At least going one round where you solve all the easy questions and keep all the difficult questions for a second round. Only thing, be careful of not wasting too much time on questions that take time, like in logic or quant, as far as possible. If you have any questions or if you have given any response, try to put in the chat box. As I said, logic, a lot of verbal reasoning questions, a lot of individual questions, all in logic. Look at blood relations, syllogism, some other questions as such, and verbal speed-based questions. I think this should help you if you're going for a second slot. We'll come up with a maybe more detailed review later on. But right now, this is sufficient. I think if you already practiced, follow your strategy and go ahead with that strategy. All the best for your exam.